Megan, will you accept this rose?
I can't. Are you serious?
Bigger shows like Bachelor and all these other shows and stuff like that, how much of the people are manipulated to say what they want and things like that? I kind of have an idea.
Yeah, I mean, I've not worked on that show, or because they did a Canadian version. I've not worked on it. I know people that have worked on it, and yeah, there's definitely, you're not telling people necessarily what to say, in terms of, I need you to say this right now. Although I can also see that would be, a possibility that producers would do that. I think it's a lot of, drama sells, obviously. That's why viewers are turning in. They want to see the fights, the tears, those kinds of things. And producers know that. So they're going to construct scenarios that are going to play into that. I look at and look, I'm guilty of watching, I've seen a few Bachelor episodes, Big Brother, I'm a fan of, but personally in my career, it's not something that I'm not interested in being involved in, because I do think that we have a moral obligation and an ethical obligation to the people that we film with. And, there's always a villain in those shows, deservedly so or not. And I think that what happens is you maybe play up people's personality traits to a degree that is more than what they normally are.
I have never in my life yelled at a girl like this. When my mother yells at this, it's because she loves me. I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you?
They're my whole life besides my husband and my business. I speak feline. Meow, 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 meow.
I'm a God warrior, and I don't want someone with tainted anything in beliefs doing anything with my family. Get out!
Name one thing that I said that's false, Derek. Don't insult my intelligence.
So I try and stay away from that. That being said, the shows that I do work on, I'd be lying if I said that we didn't manipulate things. I think we deal obviously with real people, and a lot of the shows that I work on is real people in their jobs, doing their jobs. So a show like Paramedics, we couldn't manipulate it. Like, we're talking life and death here, and their agency, absolutely no way would we be able to sort of manufacture a call or tell them, what to be doing, or, like, oh, hold off treating while I get this shot.
Let's just say you lost that patient while trying to treat them. What would happen? Let's just go with that.
Exactly.
Maybe you don't give them the right medication. Let's just play with that.
Fine. You don't need that shot right now, do they? They don't need a bandage.
That's right. Let the blood spurt a bit. Yeah.
But other shows that that I've done that deal with people in their less life-saving jobs. We're asking them to maybe redo something again. I liked what you said there, but can you do it a little differently or something like that? Like, I mean, probably any boss that I have worked with is, if they look at this, they'll not be happy with me saying this, but I mean, that's the reality of it. It's producer control.
Sounds like less manipulation and more restructuring it to be better TV, like not really changing who they are, exactly what they're doing and what their motives are. It's just, can you come in from this, or can you say that again? Because we kind of missed that. Can you say that a little louder? Can you do this?
Yeah, exactly.
Because or say it this way, because it kind of gets lost in translation. I'm assuming that's kind of more what you're saying with your.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, although there are cases where, it's like say we're dealing with the boss and we know that I hate this one, but you know that they're going to fire somebody. They've already given you the heads up, like, okay, we're going to fire them. And it's like, okay, can you just hold off until, we're there so that we can film this, which is kind of gross actually. But yeah.
But all these people, like in the end, all these people have signed up to be on this show. It's not like they haven't signed. They know what they're into. And from what I've seen, a lot of these reality people, they really salivate a lot of them to try to perform for the camera and to try to be whatever.
100%. I mean, you get a lot of people that agree to do these shows because they want the fame, as much kind of fame as Canadian television can give somebody. They want to be on TV. And as a producer, it's our job to make sure that they know kind of what they're getting into in terms of, we're going to be shooting with you 5 days a week for 10 hours a day and for this many weeks, to try and be upfront about how it's going to go. And I think that for most people, they've seen TV, obviously, hopefully they've seen the kinds of shows that we make so that they are familiar with, we're going to edit. So you may give us a 10-minute answer and we're going to give you, we're going to cut it into 1 minute, so I think, again, when you're dealing with kids, it's a whole different ball game, because they don't necessarily, like, I think of the high school show, there were definitely kids that, loved the idea of being on TV, and we had a moral obligation to make sure that we weren't portraying them. They might have been a total asshole, but, we've got to be very sensitive to them because they are underage and don't necessarily recognize the impact of what, of how they, may come across on TV and things like that.
Yeah, that's the bonus series that you can purchase called Dickhead Kids.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Yeah. Working on that one right now.
Yeah.